already, and first of all, can I thank all the media that have travelled from, some of you, for many, many hours to get here. As Arnold said, I hope you will already have appreciated what an incredible country Rwanda is. And can I welcome you to our 23rd WTTC Summit, and as we've said, our very first time on the wonderful continent of Africa. So we will be having various press conferences throughout the week. So I wanted you to, throughout the 2.5 days, so I wanted you to realise that we are publishing several reports, so there will be lots of other opportunities. But this is, if you like, our welcoming and opening press conference. So let me first and foremost give you our latest outlook in terms of our sector's global recovery. Despite economic and geopolitical turmoil in 2023, we're seeing that this year so far is showing a faster recovery, as you can see here, than our initial expectations. If you look at the chart, our previous predictions in March, which is the light blue, have now been exceeded by travel and tourism's current performance. As you can see by the number in dark blue, every single region is growing faster than we had originally predicted. So once again, our sector has shown its true resilience and grit in returning and reopening post the pandemic. As our Chairman Arnold Donald has said, travel and tourism is recovering, but as we know, sustainability needs to be at its centre. I always remember people in the pandemic talking about growing back better. And growing back better means growing sustainably. So as Arnold said, we launched our first ever environmental and social methodology on sustainability. It covers 185 countries and economies across the supply chain and is measuring for the first time our impact on the environment. The very important part about this is, I've said this before, but I could literally fill this room with reports written about sustainability. Where this is absolutely different is this is groundbreaking research that has never been done before, that measures exactly our social and our environmental footprint, not just by those 185 countries, but also by the vertical industries. And it means we can drill down by country or by industry and really understand where the changes are that we need to make a difference. So it's highly, highly valuable. And I have to give my thanks to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia under the leadership of His Excellency Al-Khatib, who have actually funded the research that is being worked on with Oxford Economics that we're producing over, we brought out a report last week, and I would very much welcome that you talk to people in my team. I've got Chris and Virginia here, because it really is an incredible report. So, just giving you some top lines on that. According to our data in 2019, travel and tourism was responsible for 8.1% of greenhouse gas emissions globally. But crucially, we also know where these emissions are coming from, as I said, with the biggest contribution coming from transportation and electricity. I think you would expect our biggest contribution to come from transport, because that is the sector we're in. We're in the business of moving people around the world. So I'm not surprised that 40% of our greenhouse emissions come from that area. But it's very interesting to see that energy use stands at 20%, as you can see. The most important thing we've learned is that as our sector continues to grow, we are becoming more efficient with our energy use. These data and so much more is now available on the WTTC website, and I would encourage you all to look at it. One of the key things it shows is that travel and tourism is growing. Our impact on the environment is not growing at the same rate, so we are decoupling our impact in terms of greenhouse gas emissions. But I just thought that's a high-level view of that data that we're publishing today. But let's look ahead now to the summit and what you can expect from us for our first ever summit in Africa. I'm delighted to share with you that we will hear from global economist Justin Urquhart Stewart, climate activist Inenza Umoza Grace, and footballing legend Didier Drogba. If anyone knows about Chelsea Football Club in the UK, he's probably one of the best players that we've ever had. He comes from the Côte d'Ivoire. We have more than 1,000 people attending the summit in person and thousands more joining virtually. And we have about 45 countries represented. Many of them have brought ministerial delegations, and we also, for the first time, have two heads of state coming, two existing heads of state from the region. Over the next few days, we will be launching a groundbreaking report featuring the potential of travel and tourism in the African continent. And there will be a separate press conference to announce that report. And we will also be launching our latest report on diversity, equity, inclusion and belonging. Now, our hosts have prepared some fabulous social events for you, because it can't all be about work, which start this evening with a special event just for the media at the incredible Choose Kigali venue. So special thanks to our wonderful host Francis Gateri, who will now share a few words. Thank you.